about recycling and upcycling. What does it mean?
Well, recycling means to take something and reuse it in another way. And upcycling means to, like these bags. I took these plastic bags and instead of just using them as bags, I made a skirt out of them. So it's to make something more creative, more interesting.
Upcycling is different because you take the material and after you work the material you create other stuff, other things. And recycling is only you take one stuff, you readapt it only.
Upcycling, recycling, basically taking something that is a product that might be garbage at one point and changing it into something better or new or more useful. So in terms of my project, I'm taking things like maybe fruit that wouldn't be used anymore. You can change it into vinegar or you can change it into a soda because there's still a lot of good yeasts on it. That's my part as a microbiologist, to use those yeasts and make it into a fermented drink.
We all are pretty aware of the concept of recycling, so we just try to recycle, like put the materials in the cycle again and use it again, but for the same purpose and in the same kind of processing. So we actually downcycle it and then recycle it. But for upcycling, we just jump over the step of downcycling it and just use the same item in a different kind of purpose.
Recycling is about cycles, because that's the word itself. To understand that we cannot trash endlessly because we will have to face our own trash and we are not afraid of that. Upcycling is one kind of recycling that believes that the materials, after you have invested some energy in it, has a higher value than before. For example, a packaging of fruit is just a packaging of fruit, but there are opportunities. You can build mini glass houses for your plants so they survive the cold or other things. Then they actually last longer and are more useful for you than this original purpose of this object.
Upcycling means you reuse old things, but not putting it into each part, but making something new out of it without putting everything into pieces. And so you give all the energy to make a new product from something old.
Upcycling for me means creating some art with the material already used, already here, or maybe finding some extra materials on the street for that day, and also from the free box here we have 2 of them in the place. And it's also about meeting everyone and exchanging ideas.
Ja, also Upcycling und Recycling bedeuten mir sehr viel, weil wir leben in einem enormen Überfluss, also hier in Deutschland. Und das sind tolle Stoffe, das ist kein Müll, sondern Wertstoff, was man wiederverwenden kann, und man kann vieles aus alt neu machen. Also ich bin schon so mit dem Gedanken aufgewachsen, ich komme aus Polen. Früher hatten wir nicht so viel gehabt, und dann kam ich nach Deutschland und ich lerne erst jetzt zu schätzen, was wir haben. Also Upcycling und Recycling.
Thank you.